All right, we're live again. It feels like a little while since we've gotten together, and it hasn't really been. It's just been kind of a crazy busy a couple weeks that I've had going on. I know you've been really busy making uh, surprise announcements today and stuff like that. You were done with guests. The man is done. Next thing you know, Christine Elise is announced. And now you just announced Spider himself, a man who's been in so many great, kicking it old school from comedy to what a lot of us horror fans know him from, Return of the Living Dead, Miguel Nunez. How cool is
Those
that?
damn enchiladas.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, part 5. Don't make me start kicking out the song. And here's the applause. I get away from the clap. The applause for Jamie Wright. Mr. Memphis MonsterCon killing it again, man. I mean, what a surprise for the fans. And I've heard back from a few people how excited they are about Miguel getting announced and the Return of the Living Dead reunion you guys got and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, you got a lot going on for this Memphis and just no moss, but Jamie just keeps giving, man.
Well,
And that's really cool.
like, this is our last guest, maybe.
Maybe we already decided you don't say last. You never say last. That was like me. I didn't plan on doing any more cons. I knew I had my hands full. What do? Got a bunch of important cons coming up, and I decided, you know what? Let's go to GalaxyCon in Des Moines this weekend. So I'll be out there in Des Moines. Well, I've heard so many good things about GalaxyCon as well. So and they asked me, they'd seen some vending tables that we've done, and they thought we'd be a really cool vendor, and they've reached out several times. And then I could take my guys with me. They're ready for the adventure. I told you about where we were a little bit concerned we weren't going to be able to make it, but we're going to be there this weekend. We're going to have a ton of fun. And, 3 cons in the next 4 weeks, man. 3 cons in the next 4 weeks. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And then a surprise curveball where when I get back from Scarefest, I'm going to St. Louis on a train for a couple days with the guys in the company. So yeah, I'm a busy man. And then Memphis. It's going to be a long season. Let me put it that way. And I know your hands are full. We just talked about Miguel, and we're still waiting for Nightmare Vixen to get here. She probably wants to do, Nightmare Vixen. She wants to come in the right way. So hopefully she can make it and didn't get confused. And I apologize to you and the fans. We had a change up yesterday. It was kind of a curveball that came my way. And I was like, all right. And
it happens.
Shit happens. But it is what it is. And hey, good to see you. Good to see Michael Toth and Karen and Tony Toth. And you know what? We have a few minutes. And I was showing you one of the skateboard decks I got.
Oh, yeah.
And the next shipments, we're all done with the cons for the next 3 or 4 weeks. So a lot of these next shipments that are coming in are going to be specifically for Memphis. So guys, look forward to that. But since you guys are here, we're waiting for Nightmare Vixen. Michael Toast here. His mom's here. Karen's here. Since Scarefest has the Blair Witch Project coming, I mean, I don't know how you do this, Mike, with markers. This isn't a black light. I'm like, you know what, for this cover, and it's one of the very few we don't. And yeah, he knocked it out of the park. And honestly, I got to give a big shout out to the guy who does my Freddy's and does those amazing Freddy's and the Arnold you see and all these, the Pennywise, all these amazing things you see him doing. He's doing which will be unveiled. I think I showed you since we got Carl 2 coming, a special project we did for him. He's like, you got to do a Blair Witch deck. And I didn't realize he was such a Blair Witch fan. So I was like, all right, we're doing that in honor of you, Lonnie McCullum. So we got that one. And that's, I think, the only non-black light one. And, they got the Phantasm coming. We had to do the Tall Man. These are all black light as well.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't want to unbox because I got to pack up tonight and tomorrow, but you know what? We got a good show tonight. And, Mike's here. And he worked so hard on these. Now another guest that's going to Scarefest or guests, I should say, is the Frightmare cast. A Fright Night cast, which I just watched yesterday. I still got a sick cutout that I plan on hanging up there. So we got the Fright Night. Thinking of Texas Frightmare. I was talking to, it's the one great thing is, with what I do, a lot of the people are becoming real fans of the horror genre and how cool the conventions are, how much, when I get a chance, I can take my guys to and they get to enjoy it. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, nice.
Another black light one. But the adventures we get to go on. And like I always say, people who haven't been to a con, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go. But they're just as excited as we are. I like these long decks a lot. And I don't know if I'm going to see him this year, but Reanimator, I don't think he's at any cons I'm going to, but everybody loves Reanimator. This is another black light one that Mike had, and he's like, I got these left. I'm like, well, throw them in. How spot on is that art, though? That's a cool. You were right to ready. It was almost like you knew this deck was coming.
Actually, it's on my wall right here.
I guess with all the different stuff that Mike does, sooner or later, something's just going to be at your hands right there. And then since we got Carl Toop coming, the original Xenomorph from Aliens, the Alien Warrior, not the original, I can't say, but Alien Xenomorph, Alien Warrior, 1986, Blacklight. He's sitting with us. We got some real cool stuff going on with him that we're going to really start hyping that up, especially as we're getting closer to Scarefest. We got some really cool things that Lonnie, who I mentioned, has come up with, and also which we're showing Michael Toth again. And this one might be my favorite one so far.
Oh, yeah.
And the Blacklight.
That's crazy.
And then that, I believe, is the last deck. It is, but also, that's not a knife. Toot master. So, Mike does these great machetes. He just did some for, I can't remember. It's a New Jersey convention, and they ordered 8 of them, Jason and Kid Jasons, that you can find at this event. I'll post it up later, where Ari Lehman will be signing some of these. But we got the Alien.
I always see Ari holding one up on his face on his Instagram.
That's Michael Toth.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
that's Mike. Mike did that machete. Yeah. Ari's taking it on as his weapon of choice. It looks so great in the videos, and and then you got to hold it this way, but you got the Xenomorph head, the Alien Warrior. Mike killing it with the art. So these are going to be available at Scarefest. Carl will be there. We can get them signed. But tonight we're talking the road to Memphis Monster Con and the excitement leading up to it. My final, and I'm going to say final one of 2024. No mas. I am taking a break till 2025 after Memphis. But exciting news with Miguel coming. You never say never on the guests. Well, we've learned that through the show and the process, because like I said, you didn't plan on Christine Elise, you didn't plan on anything being announced, and here you are, 2 more guests in what, a month?
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Return of the Living Dead reunion, when I first was putting this whole convention together, I was thinking maybe 8 to 10 guests, and I had an agent reach out that repped Tom Matthews and Alan Trotman. And I was like, okay, cool. We'll throw in the 2 guys from Return of the Living Dead. And then it just kind of snowballed.
Yeah. And, we forgot John Philbin got announced in between there too. And he's a great guy. Children of the Corn, Return of the Living Dead. I've had a chance to sit and talk with him quite a bit. And all these people you got going, especially the ones I've met, I haven't met all of them. Awesome people. Just
and big
really cool, fan-friendly guests.
Big shout out to Beverly Randolph from Return of the Living Dead. She's been our number one cheerleader. She's done everything she can to, help make it bigger and bigger. And she's, helped us get more of the Return of the Living Dead, cast. So,
I've met her at one time, and I follow her as well. And I know some friends that are really good friends with her. and I'm excited to meet her again because she's a classic beauty still. If you guys haven't seen her, she's amazing. And like you said, super sweet,
Yeah.
super nice, super caring, and loves, spending time with the fans. And that's exactly what I saw with her. So yeah, kudos to her. I think anybody who hasn't met her is going to really enjoy meeting her, and anybody who has met her is going to make sure they go up and say hi, because she's just that kind of person that you just want to say hi again and thank them for the last meeting. And she's just one of those people who genuinely cares about the fans, the artists that are out there. I know she's friends with some of the artist friends that I know, and she's super supportive in the horror community, and again, super supportive to what you're doing in Memphis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, she is very, very nice. Eric's going to Monster Expo. Let's check up on these. The Toot Master. Mike's the man. Mike is the man. Mike has been killing it. If I notice him slacking, I make sure to put my foot down with him. No, he's killing it. These decks took him about 35 seconds to get done. I don't know how he does it. I mean, it's like, hey, check this out. And I'll see the outlines. Oh, it's going to be a sick deck. And by the time I pull up that message, he's already done with the deck. So he's one of those guys who just gets stuff done. And the skateboard decks are so nice to bring. With going to GalaxyCon this weekend, they are the easiest thing to pack up and make a table look cool with a few other features. So thank you, Michael. Monster Expo in a couple weeks. Yeah, Monster Expo and Joe Sue's out there. Make sure you say hi to him. Real great people out there in Taunton. I wish I could have made it out again, but those Far East Coast trips, I did Carolina this year, and maybe one trip. I don't think I'll be doing any East or West Coast trips. Maybe a Texas trip in 2025, but I'm keeping it in the general area. Memphis, Iowa, OKC makes it a lot easier when you're not traveling for 20 plus hours. But we're still waiting for Nightmare Vixen. But this gives us a chance to talk a little bit more about Memphis MonsterCon. Now you got Miguel going.
Yep.
Some of the guests, you got a big Return of the Living Dead cast reunion. We've met a lot of these amazing vendors and personalities that are going on top with these guests that you have. I think the fans are in for a treat. Do you want to talk about some of the other activities that people are going to be able to find there? Not just
we just dropped our complete schedule for panels, photo ops, everything. It's all on the website. Just go under schedule. We had on the Bill Michael. What's his name? From the Bill Street Monster Club. He's doing the Missing Screams. It's horror films lost to time, like they have just completely vanished. Can't find them anywhere, but they know about them. He's also going to do one about Godzilla. It's the 70 years of Godzilla, which is going to be really cool. We've got kids and adult costume contests. We have the huge Return of the Living Dead panel. We're going to do a Texas Chainsaw Legacy panel that's going to have Brett Wagner, Robert Mukes, John Dugan.
And a lot of people might be saying Robert Mukes and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because to be clear, he's in the new video game and he's the additional character. Is anybody else hearing a feedback on my mic?
No, you're good.
Okay, at times I'm hearing it on my end. It's probably just like we said, if we didn't have problems on a show, we wouldn't have a show. As long as it sounds all right to you and everybody else is all right, that's cool. As if I got to deal with it, that's fine. But Eric, you talking about one of those Return of the Living Dead shirts that Matt's that Jamie's wearing, or are you talking about a Doomsday's Crypt shirt? Because both are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think I do want one of those Tarman t-shirts. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I just ordered another one, and it's just the canister that he's in.
I'm gonna switch this up real quick. Shouldn't be a problem.
But another vendor that we got that's pretty cool is this company's called To Die For. He's actually working directly with Return of the Living Dead, and he's going to have some exclusives that are going to be just for Memphis Monster Con at the convention.
Yeah, Karen's been asking Matt, the guy's name's
Yeah,
Matt,
yeah.
right?
Matt, I believe is his last name.
Yeah, I know he's doing. I mean, he's been doing it for like 2-3 years. Now he's doing work for the Return of the Living Dead, and has rights to it, which is really cool. Karen had mentioned bringing him onto the show, and I'm definitely down to get him scheduled and come on and talk to him, and find out for the people that don't know what he's up to and what he's doing. So yeah, big thank you, Karen. We'll make it happen. Special request for Karen to get on Matt. So we'll do something with it. Matt Balea.
But speaking of this, the schedule, we've got a couple of girls that are big in like the cosplay world. They're doing like cosplay do and don't. They're also doing a darker side of Disney panel, which seems pretty interesting. We have another guy that's doing 101 films you could see before you die, which seems pretty interesting. And then CJ and Tom are gonna get together and do a Friday 13th Part 6 panel as well.
Can't go wrong there. CJ and Tom are a lot of fun. The Return of the Living cast are a lot of fun. The fact that Tom's in both of those franchises is super cool. And nothing like watching Tom with other guests or even people that are coming to visit him. He's one of the coolest ones out there, along with some of these other people, like you said, Beverly Randolph. But all these panels, I think, are going to be a lot of fun. It makes my job easy on some of the panels because, I mean, these guys love to talk to the fans. They love to talk about what they did. They, you get them going on one thing that they really enjoyed, and they're happy to talk about it with the fans and the experiences. Like I said, when we had Tom on the show, he was showing us stuff before we went live, and we didn't get a chance to do it live, and he was showing us clips, newspaper clippings, behind the scenes, like Polaroid photos that he had taken that nobody's seen or very few people have seen. And yeah, it's just mad. What's going on, Montavious? Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully I'm pretty sure, well, we'll see him in Memphis. I'm not sure if he's making Scarefest this year, but I'm hoping to see him. Well, I know I'll see him at Memphis, and if I see him before that, it's super cool because Montavious is one of the coolest people out there. Check him out. Support Mira Mira. We had a chance to have Montavious and Jonath, who's going to be at Memphis. Jonath Davis from Terrifier 2, the man who just got killed in that, I want to say Spirit Halloween store, but the Halloween store. And it wasn't a pretty death, but he took it like a man, and he's out of Terrifier 2, and now he's looking in the mirror. So I'm looking forward to that movie, and thanks for swinging in there, Montavious. But yeah, we got we got it's coming quick, man. It's coming quick. Are you feeling that crunch time kicking your butt yet, or you still pretty prepared?
I'm trying to put together a checklist of like what I haven't done and what I need to do, but then I'm constantly forgetting things or remembering, oh yeah, I've got to do this too. So it's
the big things are easy to remember. Yeah. The little things are the ones that cause all the problems. Crap.
Yeah. But, well, especially like, like, oh, I can put that off another day, and then you just completely forget about it.
That reminds me, I got to make an order tomorrow. I got to get some things done before time runs out to get things shipped in. So yeah, it's the little things. It's the little things that make the difference.
Another thing that we just announced too with the convention is the after party. We're gonna have the after party at the High Tone. It's not that far away from the venue. It's we're gonna have a couple local bands, Hills and the Switchblade Kid, and we're gonna have a couple DJs, and it's gonna be hosted by Leatherface himself, Brett Wagner.
Big swag. That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be fun time for all the guests. So make sure you guys hit that place up or hit that after hours up.
$15 cover charge. If you show up with your wristband on, you get $5 off the cover charge. And if you're one of the lucky people that's bought the VIP package, you get in for free.
There you go. All the reason about. Do you have any more VIP packages left?
Yeah,
I know those can go
about halfway sold out on. So,
it's a VIP. I think people definitely want to scoop up.
Yeah, because you get in 30 minutes early. You get fast lane at all the signing tables, so you get to skip the line at all the signing tables. You get a goodie bag with T-shirts, stickers, free swag from some of our sponsors, and then at the panels, the front 2 rows are reserved for the VIPs.
Can't, I mean, that's a cool deal. VIP's always worth investing in. At most cons, they go so quick. The fact that you have a few left, guys, I highly recommend scooping them up if you get a chance to, because there's so many additional perks that you get with that VIP pass. You get front row seats for the panels. You get in early, a half hour early. You can come visit the Doomsday's Crypt table and get a skateboard deck before it sells out, or a Freddy head, or whatever we got sitting on the table. Make sure you do. But no, getting in a half hour early saves a lot of headache for a lot of you guys when you get in there. Just to be able to get in, not have to stand in the line, and hit the tables early, hit the guests early, the ones that are already in the building. And it definitely makes you getting the things out you want to get done, and then being able to enjoy the rest of the day without worrying, I need to go do this, I need to go do that. So the VIP pass,
Even if you don't, go in and buy anything, you at least get in 30 minutes early, walk around, plan your day out. You don't have to worry about rushing to get in a line, for Tyler Main, Ken Foree, the Return of Living Dead people. You can just, do your thing. And then when they get to the sign-in booth, you're like, oh, I got my VIP lane. I'm just going to go right through that.
Yeah. VIP lane is a perk. Now, is the VIP going to work for all the guests? Because I know some guests. Okay. So you guys, any guests that you really want to see and you have that VIP pass, you don't have to sit in that line for 2 hours or an hour. Or I don't think it'll be that long, because I think of it, but you get to get right up there. I mean, you get those simple perks. It's like the fast pass at Disney before it became you're better off not getting the fast pass. You'll get on quicker without it. But that's not the case at Memphis this year. You guys make sure you get that VIP pass and go meet your favorite celebrities early if you want, or like you said, Jamie, just walking around and seeing what's going on, and talking to different people that are kind of getting their morning started too, and you get a little bit more of a not so chaos when the door is completely open. So yeah, the VIP passes, guys, got to do it. And plus, you get into swag hosted karaoke for free. For free. That's not a bad deal right there. Right there, you're saving $15 or $10 if you got a thing. It adds up on some of these things with the VIP pass. You definitely get your money's worth, and it ultimately probably save money.
Yeah.
But have you heard back from Nightmare Vixen or anything?
No,
Not yet.
Let me double check. No.
Well, tell you what we'll do. We'll finish up a half hour. We'll finish up another 7 minutes, because I got a convention tomorrow. I got to hit the road. Luckily, it's only 3.5 hours away, and the doors open at 1 to set up till 11. And I got a minivan full of skateboards and stuff. That makes it easy to set up. It'll still be a cool setup, but it makes it so easy.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to really love the skateboard, easy setups, but still cool as hell with some cool pieces on board. It makes me go, I could do this a few more years. Or there's times when I overdo it, like I usually do. Why am I doing this to myself? Kind of
But
deal.
it's like when I first started working with Stan, like I was the new guy, so I had to ride in the truck. So we'd be driving from like Memphis to New York City, or Memphis to San Diego. It's just, and then finally,
just the travel alone and getting there takes it out of you. And then jumping out of a vehicle and be like, get to work.
Yeah, and you literally get out of the vehicle because you've driven through the night and you're there for set up, and you got to start setting right up.
Been there, done that.
I got to where I could start flying, so that made things a little bit easier.
Yeah. Well, now you're the big man on campus. Big man. Mr. Memphis Monster Con himself. Yeah, I can't tell you how excited I am for the event, because like I said, this is like the last orders are coming in for this run, and the next is going to be some pretty sick Memphis merch that we'll be unboxing the next times too. And we'll reschedule Nightmare Vixen as well. You know, we'll give her a chance to come on. Maybe a reschedule for Tuesday. I know we got our special request from Mapalea from Karen, so we got to get him scheduled. And you know, I think we got some good shows coming up and some really cool people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Yeah, it'd be cool. It's going to be a good time, Karen. It's going to be a good time out there in Memphis. Yeah, but I'm super stoked. I got a busy week going on. What do you got going on this weekend? Anything fun? Family time?
Well, my wife was off work yesterday, so our anniversary is this weekend. But we went and played top golf. We dropped the kid off at daycare, and then went and played top golf. And there's a new ramen place that just opened that's really good. So we went and ate at and just hung out. Really.
So you did a pre-anniversary?
Yeah, and then I think Saturday I'm just gonna stay home and cook dinner.
There you go. Look at you, Mr. Romance. What are you making? Ramen.
Ramen. Ribeyes and lobster tails, I think, is what she wants.
Man, what time are you serving dinner? I know 3 is a crowd, but that sounds delicious. But guys, I appreciate you. Make sure to check out Michael Toth. We got these skateboard decks that we're going to be bringing to all these conventions. We're going to have a sick lineup of skateboard decks that we're doing especially for Memphis Monster Con. Thanks again, Jamie, for coming on. Thanks again for doing this. I apologize that we had to switch Tuesday for Wednesday, but I got us written down Tuesday next week. Shouldn't be any problems. I got the weekend off, the weekend off, except, from cons. I got to still work. But the next week, without being too drained, we will talk about shows coming up, because I know I got back-to-back with Halloween Palooza and Scarefest. It might get a little bit tough, so we're going to still do shows, but I'm not sure exactly Tuesdays or whatever. We'll figure it out and go from there. Tuesday should not be a problem the following week after next Tuesday, because that's a Friday, Saturday event. Shouldn't be too bad to travel and this and that. But I know for Scarefest, it's going to be a lot of work, and I still got a lot of work to do on that trip. But we'll keep them updated on the schedule. We'll figure out next Tuesday. That's locked and loaded. We'll let you guys know the guest. Could be Nightmare Vixen. We'll see if she can make it next weekend. If not, we'll have some other awesome person. Maybe it's yours, Karen, and we'll bring him on and talk to him. And we're gonna have a fun show either way. And I'm kind of glad we got away with a half hour, because I got such a busy day tomorrow.
What am I going to do the rest of the night? I guess I go to bed.
Yeah, I get to go to bed earlier than I thought. No, I got to go out in the garage and still organize stuff, because I want to get as much as I can in the minivan.
I think I've got to pack up some eBay stuff for the comic book shop. So
I'm gonna have to tell my company. I'm here like, listen, we're gonna need a bigger boat. But thanks again, Jamie. Thank you, chat. And tune in next Tuesday. I know I got a bunch of shows lined up. I'll start announcing them. I got a busy week next week. I think we're Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a Saturday or Saturday show. So we're pretty busy next week. We got a lot of fun coming up, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.